I wasn't too sure if I was going to share this story or not, but I might as well tell it. It finally happened after 6 months of flawless stealth camping in the city. Someone finally figured me out. My resume's finally been spoiled. And it happened at a Walmart of all places. It was kind of an inner city Walmart that was part of a bigger shopping mall, so it had security patrols that were watching over the area. I pulled up about 7 p.m., so it was within business hours, and he knocked on my window about 10 p.m. My mistake was that I parked way off to the side on my own and kind of singled myself out. He said that he saw me out there with the blacked out windows, and he came around and he looked in the rear window and he saw my plants growing. He thought it was some kind of mobile grow op, and he just asked me a few questions, and it was no big deal. I think the problem was that it was an inner city Walmart, so he's used to sketchy stuff happening around there. Check this out, guys. My second crop of kale's coming in nice and thick. Should get a good meal out of this one. But the thing about doing it this way, there's a bit of a cleanup and a process involved to get it ready to eat. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe eventually I'll move on to doing sprouts on a jar. Maybe that's a better way to do it. But so far the kale has been the best plant to grow in here. The romaine lettuce didn't turn out very good, and the parsley kind of died out on me. But I picked up some new seeds today. I'm going to try some broccoli and arugula next. This time I did it a little bit different. I put 1/8 of an inch of soil on the bottom of the container, then the seeds, then another 1/8 of an inch of soil. So maybe the processing will be a little easier next time around. In another story that I didn't tell you guys, about 2 months ago, I was having some engine troubles with this vehicle. It was barely starting up and it was stalling out of me when I was driving. I took it to a mechanic and he ran the codes. He says it's a bad throttle body. That'll be about $200 for the part and another $100 to put it in. I just said, hold off, let me think about that for a minute. So I did some research and it turns out that you can just clean them out. So I bought a $10 can and did it myself, and she's running like new again. So the moral of the story is you should always do your research. I think a lot of people get suckered into repair deals that you don't actually have to do. I lost faith in mechanics a number of years ago when I took my bicycle into a shop, and on the ride home my crank arm fell off. So since then I learned how to fix everything on my own. My car's a little bit more complicated, but with the power of the internet, there's a lot of things you can do by yourself with basic tools, and you can save yourself a lot of money. One of the most common questions I get asked is, what am I going to do when the vehicle breaks down and I have to leave it at the shop for 2 or 3 days? It hasn't happened yet, so I don't know yet. I do have a tent with me, so now that the weather's good, that might be an option. Or I might have to go to a hotel, and I have my bicycle for transportation, so when it happens, you guys will be the first to know how it goes. I think a few people watching are interested in getting into this lifestyle yourself. The turning point for me was the crazy price of renting an apartment around here. One of the last places that I checked out, it was about $1,000 per month, plus utilities, plus Wi-Fi. But anyways, I went there, and the front door was kicked in, and there's police tape on the front lawn. I thought, geez, it'd actually be safer to live in a vehicle than this friggin' building. But I've camped for a number of years, and I'm used to roughing it, so it was kind of a natural transition to move into this lifestyle. It was a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. If you're one of those people that needs a clean bathroom and a shower every day, this might not be for you. Yesterday I went into the Home Depot bathroom there, and there's blood on the toilet seat. That's where I draw the line. I had to hold it in and find somewhere else to go. And another thing that's kind of weird is sleeping in public areas. There might be people right outside your window there having a chat, or a car alarm can go off and wake you up. But at least in a vehicle you can move somewhere else if you have to. If you're in a house and there's construction outside your window, there's not a lot you can do about it. I talked a little bit in one of my last videos how this is a more streamlined lifestyle, but you have that in one hand and you have comforts in the other, so you have to make a few sacrifices in order to get here. But with the amount of money that I make right now, this is the best choice for me. I think I have the mobility of a vehicle and a lot less expenses to worry about. And one of the things I've noticed about most vehicle dwellers, I'm guilty of this too actually, is the first thing they want to tell you is the amount of time they've been doing it for. It's kind of a measure of struggle, or a badge of honor, I guess. But most homeowners won't tell you how long they've lived in the house unless you ask them. So keep that in mind. Anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for all the nice comments and support. Thanks to Patreon donators, and I'll talk to you guys next time.